Okay, Coach. Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Mike. 55. Check. 55. Mike. I'm coming.
Out of the pistol, it's Bell. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line. And by the end of last year, Herndon had solidified himself as the primary tight end for New York. And overall, second leading receiver in 2018 on the team behind Robbie Anderson. In fact, his 39 catches, most among rookie tight ends in the league a season ago. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Back to throw, Darnold. He'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time
pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Come on, guys, 55. Come on, D. Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold, this one caught by Crowder. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. A shotgun snap for Darnold, and that is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And his kick is indeed good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard. but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Let's go. Let's do this.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Check, check. Lucky, real kill. 26. Here we go, 47. 57 to Mike. 26.
Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Your trip is here, baby.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
47. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 26.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Here we go, 46. Yeah, baby, yeah. Here we go, kill. 57 to Mike, 57 to 26.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Well, the returns for the Cowboys on Leighton Vander Esch have been pretty good so far. You know, a lot of Cowboy Nation questioned when they took him number 19 overall a season ago instead of Calvin Ridley. But Leighton Vander Esch would get 140 tackles last year, franchise rookie record for Dallas en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Jalen Smith, who took a huge step forward last year, in on the tackle for Dallas.
Mike outside. Mike 55. Mike 55. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded at the 20. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game. And it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation. Picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a third down and less than a yard. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. Here's Elliott.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
It just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, it's Elliott. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Credit the tackle to John Franklin Myers.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 30. Prescott on 3rd and 2. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down.
Check three. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Hey, let's get in them holes. Go to 54, wide.
Now Prescott on 4th down. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Big stop, let's go.
Darnold from the gun. Open man left side. That's the tight end, Herndon. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back.
Here we go. Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
On first down, Bell. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's Steve McClendon that time who winds up getting him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Wait, 80. Watch the 80. Rush in. Rush in.
From just shy of midfield, Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 42.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Bell. Tackled there by Leighton Vander Esch. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. He's crazy.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. So he's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll give this to Bell running right. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 13-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Key tight end.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Darnold. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Braxton Berrios in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets will extend their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Well, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 12 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Prescott. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, that was dangerous. Throw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Prescott gets this to the tight end, Jarwin. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And again, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
we
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Big yardage that time for the Jets. And even 50 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Bell. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
What's that? 55. Red 80. 55. Rip right. 55 is Mike, guys. 55. Go. Here we go. Mike 55.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Go set. 55. Check. 55. Mike. The lady. Check.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that. On 2nd and 7, Prescott, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10.
We're going to 53.
10th carry now for Allen. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. That one good for 17 yards on fourth. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. A first down carry by Elliott. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Kill.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. Trying to improvise. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. To throw is Prescott. And that will be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
57, in your face. Under. 57, Mike, 57. I'm scared. 57's the Mike. Watch 57.
Prescott to throw on fourth. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. There's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, but now it's third and goal.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? On third down, it's Pollard. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 6 yards puts him right on the doorstep, but now it'll be fourth and goal. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, going for it on fourth has worked twice on this drive already. Now it gets more interesting here on fourth and goal. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell, 98 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott completes it right side to Cooper. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. That's good for 28 yards.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
Prescott on first down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, but it'll be 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. That's on the Pro Bowl guard from Notre Dame, Zach Martin. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's got Njoku over the middle. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Here we go. 57. Here we go.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Again, it's Bell. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Right there in the middle, 55. Who there? Check.
On third down, here's Bell. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
46. Tighten up.
To throw again on second down. Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 29. A big play here for Dallas. 45 yards. Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now. Now Prescott. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll run on first down. It's Bell. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Leighton Vander Esch, 3rd in the NFL in tackles as a rookie last year. There on the stop. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Here we go, son. 55. Check, 55. Mike. I got you, son. I got you, son. 25. Check, 25.
This is Bell. He's going to have the first down past the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
Here we go, son.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On 1st down, Bell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
They'll run it with Bell. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
But we just saw a great